the Odds theme song? Put it in right here.
Exactly.
Hey guys, welcome back to What's the Odds? Quarantine week, I don't remember. It's been 52 days since I've been on stage, and this sucks.
Wait, Lucas,
But
was that you saying it's been 8 weeks?
I think
Been
so,
eight-
right?
Has it been
eight-
2 months?
I mean, for us, not for most people.
Oh, yeah, that's
We're
true.
lucky. We shut down first.
The last event I did was a Doughboy show in Denver, and that was the 10th of March. So yeah, it's been about 2 months.
Nice house.
I'm so mad at myself. There was a Tame Impala concert at the Forum.
I went.
You went to that?
Yes, I went with my boyfriend and Brenton Bonnie. He shoots with ATC a lot, and his girlfriend. It was unreal. If that whore comes back, you got to see it.
Oh, but I just know so many dirty people who went to that concert.
I was there.
We all knew Corona was coming, and people were still going.
Oh, yeah. I was there with Brian, and he was like, we're all going to catch Corona at this concert. And I was like, into it.
Oh,
Worth it.
so you've probably been exposed. You're good.
It was worth it. It was a great show. And yeah, it's been 2 months. I haven't seen anybody, and I'm still not sick. So I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
I've had interactions with people now the last 3 of the last 4 days.
Wow.
We had to take the dog to the vet. She got sick, and then I had I'm doing adult shit. I got my house refinanced.
Wow.
What?
I had to learn how to do that, and then
Is
I
it
did
hard?
Yes and no. It's a lot of reading.
Sounds
There's
about right.
50 contracts you got to sign and go through and make sure they're not screwing you. And then I had a guy show up at 8 a.m. today to walk through the house to appraise it.
So he had a mask?
Wow.
Yeah, mask. He had gloves. He had little booties on. He wasn't allowed to touch door. I had to open doors for him.
Wow. Interesting. The new normal.
But I didn't know how to talk to him. I'm so used to doing this now. Like we were just awkward humans.
Yeah. I saw a friend of mine last week, and I was like, I don't know how to socialize. This is exhausting. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to have to ease myself back into this when, we're allowed to do that.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I go on. I see just the right amount of people, I think.
You found your sweet spot?
Yeah. I run to the Comedy Store every couple days, and I ran there yesterday and walked back. And I took the Hollywood route, Hollywood Boulevard, and I ran into Orny Adams and Harlan Williams. And we just stopped and talked in a triangle for 15 minutes.
Hell yeah.
And it was great. And you see these people, and you also remember who calls you in these times too.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if financing a house is anything. Unemployment, I finally got this week.
Oh, hell yeah. Congrats.
Yeah. 8 weeks in.
Do they does it go back? You didn't get it till this week, but you've been unemployed? Okay, good.
So I have a $4,000 card coming from the government. It's in the mail right now.
I can't relate to you guys, and I feel like an asshole. I just refinanced my house, and now you're talking about unemployment.
I'm still working, so I didn't apply for unemployment, but I've heard it's miserable.
My version of Cribs tour to this guy this morning and was upselling everything. Look at how new these floors are.
But isn't if they say your house is worth more than it was when you bought it, don't your property taxes go up?
Probably, but my mortgage payment's going way down.
Nice. Okay, that's the money. That's what you want. Hell yeah! Congrats.
Thank you.
Damn.
And Lucas, I'm so sorry.
What's that?
You're on unemployment.
Oh no, it's great. I'm loving it, man. No,
that must feel so good. I feel like you've been trying to get through to them for so long.
And I wrote 5 Congress people, and 3 of them got back to me, and that's the only reason I got through. And unemployment called me on a Sunday at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I get a no caller ID, show up, and I'm like, this couldn't be that, and it was. And the lady was very nice.
It comes up as no caller ID.
Yeah, so you can't call them back. It's a real. They make it hard to get so people don't.
Are you sure it wasn't the Lord calling you on a Sunday with your blessings?
I mean, listen, the Lord couldn't have made me happier.
Wow, that's insane. Yeah, Kelsey Cook was saying that she was trying to call the unemployment office, and their phone center's only open from 8 a.m. to noon.
Yes.
And that's it.
I have a journalist friend. He called every 50 states unemployment office. He got through to 2 of them. Mississippi and Alaska.
Wow. All right.
Lower populations.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah. So
Well,
it's a
congrats.
process. So anybody out there listening who gets discouraged, just know that you can write your reps. Your preferably city reps or town reps or state reps. I also wrote a U.S. rep,
Blow them up.
but it's their job to do that and help you. So, yeah,
Hell yeah.
capitalism, government.
We love it.
Adult
Gross.
shit.
Dude, I
So
got
that's not
Brenton's
fair.
favorite candy too, Jingle Jangle.
No.
This is for him. It's a Christmas candy, but the food supply is running short, so Trader Joe's is.
Are you familiar with that stuff, Emma?
I am not. I was just about to ask what exactly
Really
is Jingle
cracked.
Jangle.
It's so good. And Cassie watches, my fiance Cassie watches Riverdale, and Jingle Jangle in that show, I guess,
Is a
like,
drug.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fucking amazing. It's like chocolate covered pretzels and caramel corn and Oreos and
So it's like the munchie. It's like a sweet munchies. Remember munchies,
Yes.
like with all the chips in it? Yeah.
yes, exactly.
That
So
sounds like my stoned dream.
yes. And it
Gonna have to
only
look
comes
up.
out for a little bit around Christmas. Trader Joe's sells out in like November. They run out of that shit.
Oh wow. So
So
they
the
really
fact that
just have it all the
you
time.
found it-
They're just controlling the market because they
They're
clearly
controlling
can
the
release it
market.
in May.
But the fact that Lucas found it at the Hollywood Trader Joe's means that it probably fell behind like a shelf or something, and they dug it out with a few dead rats.
Yeah, wait, was there a bunch of it, Lucas, or was there just like one
No,
one
there
on the
was
shelf?
there was probably 10. But the funniest part to me was they took it off the shelves on Brenton's birthday.
Yeah.
His birthday is just exactly a week before Christmas, so
Wow, it's like personal.
yeah, it is.
Sold out everywhere. It was even in Ohio. I went to all the Trader Joe's in Ohio near me. They were sold out. I wrote
Damn.
my Congress people, my representatives.
What you
None
do?
of them.
They got Lucas unemployment
got
and they
that.
released the Jingle Jangle.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, you just got to write your representatives, and they'll get you your jingle jangle.
That is how I vote.
Yep. I just write them and I'm like, hey, I vote for this person. You write it in for me.
Yeah. No, I re-registered to vote because this whole it's really changed the way I think about our government. And it's like, oh, I should vote every time, because I deregistered to vote so I wouldn't get jury duty. And
Right.
That's a farce. You still get jury duty.
It is. They only need to find you once. And if you register to vote at one address and then remove that registration, but move and forward your address, they still find you. So if you have an official address registered with the government, they're going to send you jury duty summons.
I know, Lucas, you've done jury duty. Have you done jury duty, Emma?
Yep, I did it a couple months ago. And actually, Mike, my boyfriend, had jury duty right when this all started, and he got a pass. He's done. He's good for a year because they couldn't have.
Well,
They could do
probably
it.
shouldn't say this on a thing that's being recorded, but they still haven't sent me anything for jury duty.
Good for you.
Yeah, that's good. You've got.
Well, they're not right now. I mean, I got it and I like postponed it because you can push it as far as, I don't know, it's like 6 or 8 months or something. And I pushed it to last October. And then I had a wedding for my cousin. I was in Vermont and I was supposed to be at jury duty the next day. And I was like, oh shit, I'm not going. And then I got a letter in the mail that was like, we're coming for you if you don't come to jury duty. So I had to go. It was a miserable experience all the way around, but I did it. It's just a waste of a day. And the truth is, because I'm self-employed, so I'm exempt from most juries. Like, they're like, you call people up and they're like, here's all the reasons why you can say no to this. And it's always, you're self-employed. So I can just say no to all of them.
Emma, I would kill to do jury duty right now.
Yeah, there you go. Call them. Maybe they'll do it. Maybe they're back.
Maybe.
Like putting like 150 people in one room is safe.
Yeah. 6 feet of spacing, 3 jurors.
There you go.
Now,
Justice will not be stopped.
Have you watched the Jordan doc?
I haven't.
You have, but you know about it?
Yeah.
Brenton?
I am through 4 episodes. I haven't watched this last Sunday's.
Okay.
Is it good?
Okay.
It's really good, and it's fun to look back at something that I was too young to really appreciate and remember.
Fair.
This stuff, episode 4 is all about Dennis Rodman, and the
Mhm.
stuff about him partying and just leaving the team, like, that would never fly today. I don't know if that's
Right.
ever happened.
Yeah, a lot of athletes were tweeting like how shocked they were that a player was just able to ask for time off in the middle of the season.
Yeah, he's January. He just goes to the coach and says, "Hey, I'm going to take a vacation," and just leaves for like 5 games.
I remember when it happened though, and the media was just Sports Center, and like they brought it up, but that was it.
Yeah,
There's nobody tweeting at it.
I was like 9, maybe 8 or
Yeah.
9.
Back when the Bills were good.
Yeah.
Better days. No, it's a fascinating. Josh Martin, and I agree with him. He said the last 2 episodes are probably the weakest.
Mm-hmm.
They go into Kobe for about 5 minutes, which is really cool. They start, I think, the first episode off like that. I'm very curious to see how much they bring up of his dad's murder, as dark as that is, because I'm sure you heard Ken Burns' criticism of the documentary.
No.
He said that he doesn't really consider it a documentary since Jordan is so heavily involved. He said, every documentary should be objective. Now, I disagree where like it's a sports doc. I don't care. I don't mind fluff. And Jordan is that powerful. That's why he's so fascinating.
How is him being involved with it? How does that lessen its integrity? It's about a thing that already happened that we all know. It's not like him being involved. They actually lost the 97-98 championship, and it's him going, no, we actually won it.
Right. Well, did you see the Bill Burr podcast?
Not yet.
Well, the clip where Burr says,
yeah.
Burr brings that up, and Bill says, well, how involved is Hillary Clinton in her doc?
No, I guess that's a good point.
Good point.
And then Bert says, like, yeah, nobody wants to watch Ken Burns' 20 hours of the Civil War. Right? It's a great point.
Just gods and minerals, and you get the gist of it. Save yourself about 17 hours.
Yeah.
Man. Have you gotten to the Isaiah on the Dream Team? All that too?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it. It's a good distraction from everything. It feels new because right now the only live sports, I think, besides golf being played by people we've never heard of and horse racing is Korean baseball just started up.
Yeah.
So
I saw that.
Wake up at 3 a.m. to watch a bunch of players you've never heard of. That's pretty much your only fix.
Have you done it?
No.
Have you done it, Lucas?
No, but I'm getting unemployment, so I'm going to put all my money down on some stupid bets.
Well, if you want to do stupid bets, you should look at the Super Bowl futures right now before training camp opens.
Yeah? Who do you like?
I think the Patriots are still getting better odds than the Bills to win the AFC East, if you can believe that.
Wow.
There's a conspiracy theory out there that Belichick is throwing the season to get Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, but there's also the story that Deshaun Watson is going to go there when his contract's up. So,
do you think Bill O'Brien will trade him to his former boss for a second rounder?
Probably. I doubt Bill O'Brien makes it past this season when they go, 7-9. You don't make moves like that. And then Arizona, I really think Arizona is going to be a good team this year.
I was realized after they drafted Isaiah Simmons at number 9, I'm like, oh, because Brenton said all year they can't cover a fucking tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got a guy who can hopefully cover a damn tight end.
I mean, they were historically bad. You have to understand how no one had even come close. They almost doubled what any team in NFL history had ever given up in yardage to tight ends.
Damn.
It's crazy. The Buccaneers are 16-1 odds.
Are they tied with the Patriots? I had them tied with New England on my end.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
I like everything they're doing, but also I'm too biased.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs, though, is a great move, I think.
It's a great move. They're a solid team. But, yeah, I've got Kansas City as the favorite, followed by the Ravens, 49ers, Patriots are plus 2,000 according to my bookie. So it's not bad if you think they actually could compete. Chargers are plus 35. The Raiders are plus 5,000. The Bills are plus 2,200 to win the Super Bowl.
Those odds are too low.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
But I'm telling you, man, the Cardinals at plus 5,000, It's not a bad bet to throw $100 down on the Cardinals.
Who's your Super Bowl winner right now, aside from the Bills?
Right now, aside from the Bills, I like out of the NFC, I like the Saints, and out of the AFC, I like the Ravens.
Okay.
And I think if they were to meet in the Super Bowl, I think the Ravens would end up winning.
Okay.
But the Bills are going to win, obviously. Bills are the greatest team in the history of mankind.
Now here's some odds I want to run by you too. Comeback Player of the Year. Have you seen these yet?
No.
Okay, Roethlisberger and Gronkowski are tied at 4-1. That's the most favored. J.J. Watt's second at 6-1.
Well, I like JJ. He's an elite player, but you really run the risk of him getting hurt. So I wouldn't put money on him. And then between Gronk and Ben Roethlisberger, I think Pittsburgh probably – Tampa Bay is a contender, but I think it's going to be at least a year until they really are. I think next year's the year that they're a very good team and they could go deep in the playoffs. I think there's more importance on a quarterback. So Roethlisberger will probably get more points just because, you know, he's the leader of the Steelers. And if they do well, it's because he's doing well. Gronkowski's just another piece. He's obviously a great piece, but, I mean, he's got to compete with Mike Evans and Godwin and, you know, two decent running backs. So.
Do you want to bet $50 right now that I'll take Gronk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Emma, print it.
Okay.
$50. I'm taking Gronk to be comeback player of the year.
Comeback player of the year, Lucas Brenton.
Because Roethlisberger,
His eyes are really rolling back in her head right now as we talk about football.
Here, I know.
No, I got it. I'm good.
Here's my argument to everybody. The Jordan Love pick, I don't know how you feel about it, but I understand why they did it. I don't get why they traded up. That's kind of offensive. Mm-hmm. Like, at least when the Packers took Rodgers to replace Favre, they stayed where they were at.
Yeah.
That aside, the Steelers have done the opposite of what the Packers have. Roethlisberger's injury prone to me. And when he goes down, Mason Rudolph is, and you see he's dating Hannah Ann.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, did you see that Kelly and Pilot Pete are official thing? And
I know. They're talk ticking. I see it.
Talk ticking.
Dude,
nailed it.
I got to tell Steve also, thank you all for getting me sucked into this damn Bachelor universe bullshit that I didn't realize it was more than just the ABC show. It's, you know, tweets and Instagram disses and
Wait, are you still following all that?
Yeah. Oh, the drama continues. It's not over when the season's over.
No, we just watch the show and that's it. Now, my problem is I work in social media. I have like 7 accounts, but I talk into my phone all the time about The Bachelor when we're doing it. And now my algorithm is so fucked that every other post is a promoted Bachelor post. So I just see all this stuff. You don't have to watch these shows, Lucas. They're not good shows.
Brenton, I'm sucked in for the rest of my life.
Don't do that to yourself.
I mean, at this point, what else is there to do but watch trash TV?
There's a lot of – I am thriving right now, you guys.
Brenton loves quarantine.
6 of P90X. I'm in the best shape of my life. I am investing in the stock market, which has been as fun as doing DraftKings. It's ridiculously fun.
Brenton, I'm worried about you.
Go up and down.
No.
I'm
not worried at all.
I took a course on microcaps yesterday.
What's a microcap?
It's stock market. No.
Mushrooms. I know that kind of microcap.
When we took the dog to the emergency vet, that was the first question the tech asked us was, did she eat drugs? So
that's probably
people
pretty
of California, it's great that weed's legalized and have your drugs, but Jesus Christ, protect your dogs.
I mean, the weed is packaged in a way that I can't even get it open. So if you're putting it somewhere where your dog can get it, you're truly an idiot.
Yeah, they're shredding through stuff.
Yeah.
But no, it's on. It's basically companies that are smaller parts of the total stock market. So you know, you have your large caps are like the companies that are worth 10 billion or more. The medium caps are like 5 billion, and then everything less than that, like the 1 billion and under, those are the interesting companies that are the ones that you buy stock at, say, like $5 a share.
Yeah, you buy them super cheap.
You buy them super cheap, and then some of them will crap out and you lose all your money, but other ones will become like
But sometimes
Amazon.
you sit on it for a long time and you make good money. Yeah, fun fact, I've been investing in the stock market since I was 18. So
Yeah.
Whoa. What was your first stock, Em?
I don't know. My parents set me up with like, it was my like high school graduation present, was like, here's a little bit of money, but you can't have it. We're gonna put it in this portfolio. So
like index funds.
Yeah, there's a guy in it's like a portfolio of sorts. I have a bunch of different things, but there's a guy in New Hampshire that takes care of it for me, and I talk to him like once a month, and we talk about what I want to buy, what I want to get rid of. Lost a bunch of money recently, but we're just sitting tight.
Everyone who is thinking about buy in now while it's low.
And no, everything's low now. It's a good time to buy stuff.
It's a U, and right now we're about right here, and it's going to start going back up there.
Mm-hmm.
So just get in while it's cheap. Like they just went. DraftKings went public 2 weeks ago, and I bought a bunch of shares in that, and it's
nice.
Already,
my mom's company sold to a public company a couple years ago, so I bought it. I was able to buy a bunch of stock in my mom's company, which was really cool. It's a good time.
I'm secretly a multimillionaire.
All right, so how long do I have to invest my unemployment?
Oh, you have a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
the thing that I learned so far is, that people have fear in I'm buying it now and it's going to go lower, so I'm not buying it at the lowest point, and I'm selling it now and it's going to go higher. Like, you're never going to buy in when it's at its lowest. You're never going to sell when it's at its highest. So
yeah, as long as you sell higher than you bought, you're good.
Exactly. Just do it now. If you want to, do research, find companies that you like and you believe in, especially ones that have like a CEO that's been with the company since they started and owns a lot of stock.
If there's like a lot of like CEO changeover where the CEO doesn't even own stock in the company, don't buy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not.
Have you seen how Warren Buffett orders at McDonald's?
No.
He gets McDonald's drive-through every morning. He's really humble and stuff. He owns like the same home since he started, and like, he's been investing since he was like 5. But if Berkshire Hathaway is worth like a certain price point, he'll get the sausage biscuit with cheese.
But if it's
underperforming, he'll only get the egg McMuffin.
So he like punishes himself with his breakfast.
And there's like a 60-cent price difference between the two.
But honestly, it's that kind of attitude. Penny saved is a penny earned, or whatever the fuck they say. Like,
amen.
Pinch that 60 cents. Do that enough. You got $60.
Throw with the airlines. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No.
So he, years ago, I think it was in the 80s maybe, he invested and he owned about 11% of all the major airlines in this country, and he just sold everything off at a huge loss. He lost billions of dollars.
Why?
Because he sold it off and the stock's tanking. So he admitted it was a dumb investment to invest in commercial airlines because there's just too many of them and it's volatile and like
that sounds like a bad investment.
Yeah.
It's just such a complicated industry. There's like no way my simple little brain would be able to understand where to invest the right way.
You're going to make some bad investments.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like gambling. Find what you're good at and stay in your lane and do your research, and you'll probably, if you are lucky and you work hard at it, you're going to make more money than you lose.
Yeah.
Now, Brenton is a professional gambler. Does Michael Jordan have a gambling problem in your eyes?
Well, as I said, I'm only through 4 episodes, so they haven't really.
So you haven't gotten to the gambling episode?
I haven't gotten to the gambling episode.
Okay.
Based on what I know from his history, I would say I really think it's only a problem if he is losing money and can't recoup it. Because to him, gambling is entertainment. He's having fun doing it, and you can spend money and entertain yourself.
Right.
But the guy's worth $2.1 billion. His agent goes on an interview and says he once turned down a 2-hour, $100 million payday because he didn't feel like, using his name and his brand with whoever wanted to use him for those 2 hours.
So the guy, if he's losing a little money gambling, it's like
he's having fun.
It's also what makes him great. That edge is why he's who he is.
So
Right.
he doesn't have a problem. The people that are losing their homes because they can't stop and they feel like they have to keep compounding stuff and they have no way of making the money back, they have a problem. I mean,
Right. And you
Jordan
dig
could
yourself
lose-
into a hole deeper than you can dig yourself out of.
exactly.
You have
But
a
if
problem.
Jordan was to lose $500 million a year gambling on like playing golf or cards or whatever, but he's making $1 billion making shoes, then I mean, you write that off as entertainment. It's no different than going to the movies or going to see a football game.
Right. Good point.
I don't think he has a problem because he's a fucking billionaire. Money doesn't mean anything to him.
Right. Yeah, me either. Money means nothing. What? Just kidding.
I'm so happy. I'm so thankful freaking I saved money because I never thought, I told Brenton, like, between unemployment and the stimulus, I'll be like 2 away from being a homeowner, 2 pandemics. Because
Yeah.
I would have gone crazy not hearing from the state for 2 months.
But you were
You know,
okay.
I was okay. But like, if I was someone who really needed that money, I'd be losing my mind right now.
Oh, totally. I remember when I started working and I was freelancing, my dad was like, you better put away at least 10% of every check you get because freelancing comes with some real good downtimes where you got no work. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, Dad. But I did it. And thank God, because so many people were like, I have no job and no money. And I was like, I have savings.
And you're an
Okay.
essential worker.
And my work hasn't stopped, so I've been very lucky. Although I thought it was for a second. I was like, oh, everyone's just gonna like take a few weeks off, and everyone was like, how about we do 2 episodes a week?
We have to do more for the people.
Literally what everyone was like, we can release extra content. It's fine.
I will say, Lucas, I'm very proud that you did save because you are built and look like every person that's out protesting right now.
Oh yeah. Oh
Right.
dude, I thought of yeah, no, I saw Tripoli was at the beach. And
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's just a cycle. Like after 6-7 weeks, I think we're all kind of on the same schedule now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Like we all kind of, I get the antsy feeling. So a good part of me sympathized with them and understood. Now I don't get why Trump is tweeting at him and like supporting that, but
No, that's pretty stupid. But I also like the beach. Part of me's like, I was talking to my dad about this yesterday. Like, when you go to the beach, how close are you to the other people at the beach? Nowhere near them. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really that big of a deal if people want to like go look at the ocean. Plus the ocean's very therapeutic and healing. The heat's good for viruses. Like there's
The
a lot
sun
of
is great for you.
if you're smart about it, I just think it's unrealistic to ask people to legitimately stay in their homes.
I think you should only be allowed on the beach if you can see your abs.
Only pretty people can go
Yeah,
to the
new
beach.
rules.
There you go. I'm into it.
No, for real.
I mean,
Hopefully
I
this
can't
makes
go to the
everybody
beach.
healthier. Brent and I weighed myself too this morning for the first time in a month. I'm at
Good
my
for that.
pre-quarantine weight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good. The running's paying off. I'm telling you, there's 2 ways to go about this. We all can finally do what we've never had time to do. So you can either take advantage of that or you can just drink yourself fat.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot of places. Like if you said, oh, I would love to do this, but I just don't have time and you're not doing it now.
Exactly.
It's not that you didn't have time. It's just not a priority for you. And that's fine. Just acknowledge it. But like if you always said you were going to take up running and you're not doing it now.
Other than Steve Renazizi, which
lying to other people, and you're creating this soul. Well, this is what I would be if I could, and it's bullshit.
Right.
other than Steve Renazizi, which comedian comes out of this fattest?
Ooh.
That's
a good question.
interesting because, I mean, you got to look at who are the ones that play video games more.
Bobby?
Because see, now this is why Bobby's fine. Bobby was living a pre-quarantine life before all this because he literally plays 16 hours of video games, sleeps till 5 p.m, wakes up and goes to the Comedy Store, does a set, does a podcast, and then plays video games again until he passes out. So he's been living that life for years.
Mm-hmm.
But who is playing more, who's twitching more, and who was on the brink of becoming fat before this started? I think that's who you have to look at and go, okay, it's that guy.
So Steve?
Well, that was because of his back.
Right.
You gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. He was
Hey,
in
you
pretty
saw
good
that
shape.
backyard challenge. His back is okay.
Yeah, but he's getting back into shape. That was because he was literally just Jabba the Hutt for 6 months, laying on his back and just eating
Yeah, it's
junk.
time to start training for that half marathon. Am I right?
Yes, my knee is still tweaked, by the way.
Still?
I don't know if I got tendonitis or what, but
The P90X aggravating it?
maybe because there's a lot of movement. I'm jumping
Potentially.
a lot, and I don't
Yeah, I
know.
would say a lot of those like home workouts, there's a lot of like quick movements back and forth and like up and down and stuff, which can be pretty brutal on your joints.
Yeah,
Just like
and
running though. Running's awful on your joints.
my floor is not padded either, so it's just like
Do you have a yard? Can you do it outside?
I don't have a yard.
Okay.
I'm in a townhouse.
Because doing it like on grass would be nice.
You
But-
like? Do you, I always keep telling him he has like an office space, which he's in right now, right? Or you're in the living room?
I'm downstairs.
Yeah. But it has like a patio, and that's why I can't work out inside because I have somebody below me, and it's an old building, and you hear everything.
Oh yeah, you'll drive your neighbors up a wall.
Yeah, but I am like separated, so there's no one on my sides. I'm my own. So I'm learning guitar,
Oh
getting
nice.
pretty good.
Hell yeah.
This 10-year-old girl on YouTube.
Is that Rogue's
teaches me.
PB pad?
That is a fake potty thing with some shit on it.
Nice.
I
Good for
but I
Rogue.
think what Brenton has in LA, I consider a yard.
Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, we have like a patio and like behind it, we're like in a 7-unit building and we're the 7th unit. So we're at the very back of the building. But then there's like a patio out back that's technically for the whole building, but no one uses it. And it's like right outside our kitchen. So like I could in theory work out there, but it's like brick. So it's not going to be very forgiving on the joints.
Yeah, there's a common place up on the roof, and I don't have anyone above or below me because we're built up.
Yeah, that's how we are here.
It's easy. I could put a treadmill in at some point, and that wouldn't bother anybody.
Nice.
But you are leaving the house, Brenton?
Just to walk the dog, and then for the couple of emergencies we had.
Okay. Have you had anybody over?
The guy this morning, that's been it. And
Okay. Tell me when you start having people over.
you might have been the last person to come over.
Wow.
And I don't even
Nice.
remember what that was. That was maybe the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Maybe her family's been over since then. Her
Okay.
parents come over, but that's been it.
It's like I moved into this apartment a month and a half ago and no one's seen it except for us.
Yeah.
No one's been here yet.
No, I had Feng
Bizarre.
Chao over like twice. One time I went over and said hi to him and Fury. And yeah.
Are they roommates?
No, they live in the same house though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
So I know I limit my content. What's that?
Same house, but they're not roommates?
Right. Well, it's like a house. I think they probably turned into like 6 apartments.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Oh, so they live in the different apartments but in the same building kind of.
Right.
Got it. That's convenient. It's like living
Yeah.
in dorms, it's like being in college.
Yeah. But no, so I've seen some people, but still you gotta limit the contact and do the but yeah.
Yeah, it's all very interesting. An interesting time in history.
I mean, have you kind of switching subjects, did you see the Alex Jones, or not the Alex Jones, the Alex Smith doc?
That's a fun slip.
The opposites.
They're kind of the same guy.
What is Alex Smith talking about eating his neighbors?
Did you hear about it?
No. What did Alex Smith? I saw the Alex Jones thing where he's going, I'm gonna eat my I'll fucking barbecue them up for my kids. I'll tell you right now.
Dude, Brenton, Emma, you gotta see. Have you ever been to the InfoWars, his website's store? They sell, end of the world food. Like
That's right.
You buy like a 30-pound bucket of rice. They have pre-made meals, and it's like
prepper food.
Yeah, and it's like $2,000 for like for like maybe like a week's supply. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
And it's all sold out. And the pictures are so fucking funny because they're like a family and like a, conservative, like blonde, tan housewife, in her 40s, like serving shrimp scampi to her kids on a sunny day. And it's like, this is the end of the world food. No one is like, mixing this up all fancy like and serving it,
No, everyone's like fighting over it and hiding it and trying to ration it.
Eating in a corner. Just
I'll admit I ordered some, not from him, but I got some end of the world food supply.
Like
Yeah.
MRE type things, like the prepared.
Yeah, it's like some Patriot Supply Company or something, and I got a 3-month supply because I figured, well, even if this is nothing, I ordered it in March.
Aren't
still
you
have-
supposed to have that stuff in California and stuff for
Yeah, I
earthquakes
figured
anyway?
earthquake's coming, so I might as well. I'm on his store now, but
Please.
yeah, it's like a 3-month supply was like $1,700 or something,
Oh, okay.
which isn't bad for 2
For
people and
for 3 months worth of food.
1,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
But you need a shitload of water.
Yes. I know I have that. I have like earthquake water. We have like huge things of water that we switch out every couple of months, but I don't have any food. So like I'll be hydrated, but that's it.
Brenton, I got 3 months of food on this stomach to eat through first.
Yeah, that's true. I
You
don't
got
have any.
jingle jangle.
Yeah. You can buy,
That stuff's so good. I fucking love it.
and now they have Springle Jangle. It's the jingle jangle for the, the warmer months.
For the springtime.
If they were to create their own company aside from Trader Joe's, I would invest all my money in it.
Yeah, no, actually, that is a stock I really like. I mean, Aldi, invest in those German companies. Aldi is a very, very consistent brand to me, and Trader Joe's
Aldi's
is their.
been around for a long time.
Telling you, they're coming back. Even they're going to be in the States here. They were very much on track to be in the States before Corona.
They are in the States, aren't there? There's one.
Yeah, but they're going to expand.
Yeah. Yeah, I know
Aldi.
people who love Aldi.
I don't
Yeah.
see Aldi on Robinhood.
It might be it might have a parent company.
Yeah.
But Brenton
enough.
and Emma, if you get it, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Watch the Alex Smith fucking thing.
What's it on?
It's ESPN.
Okay.
It's an E60 doc. After he broke his leg and J.J. Watt fell on him,
Yeah.
he got infected. He almost lost his life.
Wow.
I saw yesterday the meme that was being shared, the comparison between him and Joe Theismann when they both got hurt, the exact same injury. So the injury was a broken right tibia and fibula. Theismann's happened November 18th, 1985. Alex Smith's happened November 18th, 2018. They were both quarterbacks for the Washington Redskins. The game was played in Washington, D.C. They were both on the 39-yard line. The final score of both of the games were 23-21. Joe Theismann's injury was caused by 3-time Defensive Player of the Year Lawrence Taylor, and Alex Smith's was caused by 3-time Defensive Player of the Year J.J. Watt. And the left tackle for Washington in 1985 was Pro Bowler Joe Jacoby, and he left the field due to injury. The left tackle for Alex Smith's Redskins was Pro Bowler Trent Williams, and he left the field due to injury.
Wow.
That
If
is
there was ever proof that we live in a simulation,
Yes.
there it is.
Yeah, Emma. Damn.
It's fucking crazy.
The computer just repeated the numbers.
I mean, the odds of that.
Yeah, that's wild.
And the Redskins will not win the Super Bowl this year or any year for probably the next 20 years.
I'm curious after you see it if you think that he'll ever play again. Because they took muscle from his quad and had to put it in his calf because his infection got so bad they had to take out a good part of his calf.
Wow.
From what I hear, he's in good shape, and he probably can throw really well. So maybe.
I mean, I'm sure he's got the best trainers ever.
Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's a long shot that he play. If he wants to, I think he's got a very good chance of playing again, at least as like a backup or maybe a third string, like a practice squad quarterback. He'd be great.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's got high level experience and he's good competition. So if he wants to play, there's no reason why, if I was a GM, I wouldn't go, okay, yeah, you're the practice squad quarterback and we'll move you up if you actually are still really good.
Right.
Well, you see him on TV. You like he'll be in football the rest of his life. He has that kind of passion.
Oh yeah,
In some capacity.
I bet if he wants to play again, I haven't seen anything if he said he wants to, but if he says I want to play again, he's going to play again. He just comes off as that guy. But yeah, it's fucking crazy.
So what are y'all binging right now? When you're not investing, Brent, what are you watching?
I'm watching Waco right now.
Is it good?
On Netflix?
Yeah.
I
Oh
want
my
to watch
God.
that.
That's another thing. I was too young to really remember. I remember it going off. I think it was like 6 or so. I remember it happening. I remember
What year
people
was that?
talking about Waco. It was 93.
Oh, so that's the year I was born.
But
I was
I
an
don't
infant.
remember it at all. And then just watching it, you're like, oh shit. I mean, I don't know how true it's based off a book. I haven't read the book. I don't know how true the book is and how close this is following the book, if it is all truth, but it makes you look at it from a very different perspective.
Yeah, interesting. I just finished Better Call Saul. It's pretty fucking good. Highly recommend it. There's 5 seasons now, so there's plenty to binge through.
Yeah. Now, did you start at the very beginning of quarantine, Emma?
We watched all of Fargo first. So I watched all 3 seasons of that.
Yeah.
Great show. And then we started Better Call Saul. And I didn't realize the 5th season was like in the middle of coming out when we started it. So it was great timing on my part. But we just finished that. And then now we're kind of in that limbo of like, we need a new one, but we don't know it. We talked about maybe rewatching Breaking Bad after Saul because I haven't watched that in a really long time. And it's a good show, but I don't know.
No,
A lot of Shark Tank.
Waco's good and Waco's quick. It's 6 episodes and they're like 45 minutes long.
Maybe I'll go watch it right now.
But I will say this, since Steve's not on, I've never seen The Sopranos, so I think at some point I'll watch that.
That's a good one. I've seen this. When I lived with my ex, he watched The Sopranos all the way through. So I saw, proximity saw it all the way through, but I didn't actually pay attention. So that's one I could definitely do again.
I'm getting kicked out of my living room. There's a big meeting going on at Hulu. So yeah, gigantic major company meeting.
Nice.
And everybody is housebound.
Yeah.
For the foreseeable future.
My sister's boyfriend's kids are with them, and their youngest is 4, and she has to do class every day. And she's like, it is the most insane thing watching 34-year-olds on Zoom. They're just like, all their little faces are there, and there's like parents reaching into the frame. There's computers on the floor. There's like things falling off tables. She's like, it is a mess.
Glad I don't have kids right now.
Oh my God, same.
I want to have kids at some point, but I'm glad I don't have them right now. Right? Sure enough.
Yeah, Rogue's the best kid ever.
Look at that wolf. You know what I miss about like Breaking Bad? 'Cause I watch it once a year.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's that brilliant of a show.
Oh, it's incredible.
But you
It's been so long
gotta.
since I watched it.
Yeah. Yeah, and also like I don't know. During these times, I think it might be too dark for me personally.
It might be.
The first day of quarantine, Emma, the only video games I play are on my 2DS.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I just realized that maybe like 7 weeks into quarantine, while I was playing Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
From 2001, Legend of Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized, the world's ending in the game.
You're like, oh, the world's ending.
That makes sense. I would pick this day 1 of quarantine to play for an hour a night.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. It's very lighthearted.
I don't think,
but also Zelda.
For gravitating towards that game, because haven't like Contagion and the other pandemic movies all been trending since the start?
Yeah, they're
not even that good, but everybody's watching them again.
Yeah.
Right.
Just for like research.
It's like, I don't get that pull. Like, I'm not like, oh, I'm in the middle of a pandemic. Let me watch a movie about a pandemic.
That'll make me paranoid.
Yeah, it just like, I don't think that would help my mental state, but who knows?
But here we are.
No, I'm gonna watch Waco. That's one that I've thought of.
I like it. Acting's good. The story is crazy.
Yeah.
And,
I'm curious to, like you said, how close to accurate it is.
After I finish it, I'm gonna dig deep into it because it's, this could all be bullshit and it could just be like a twist where you're trying to just anti-government piece. But if it is accurate, then you're like, oh, the fucking ATF.
Well, a lot of people will say that watching that live, a lot of people say that the government completely overstepped and like overreached, and like it was a prime example of that. So if that's the way that the series is showing it,
that's how they're painting the picture.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, it's a cult, and the guy was having sex with underage girls, probably. At some point, he married a 14-year-old, but technically in the state of Texas at the time, it was legal if you got parental consent, which he did. And they had some firearms, but it didn't, it didn't necessitate them to roll in a few tanks and just start shooting at the compound.
It like ruined that whole town too, didn't it? Like that town
yeah.
lives with this like
Yeah.
belief
it's
around it.
Like you can't go to Sandusky, Ohio without people thinking it's Jerry Sandusky.
Right.
Like 100 times worse than that.
Right.
I mean, Waco is synonymous with this event, and I bet it doesn't help the tourism.
No, definitely not. Or maybe, there's like people out there who are fascinated by cults and stuff, so maybe it helps.
Yeah, there's for sure gawkers.
Yeah. For
sure. I started the Natalie Wood documentary that came out last night on HBO.
How's that?
It kind of just follows her life. And, this is really disturbing to me. And it's a hard critique to make because it's their family relationship. But her daughter narrates the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And her daughter has to be in her 40s or 50s. And she always calls her mommy.
Ooh.
And it's very spooky. Throughout, she's like, my mommy did, and she also called, Robert Wagner, who's still alive. You know Robert Wagner, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She calls him daddy. You gotta watch it because I know it's
that feels like one of those things where they say like when people are like traumatized at a certain age and they stay like stuck at that certain age, like their voice doesn't change and they like stay a child. That feels like one of those things. Like she just never lost the mommy and daddy.
Totally.
She's like too traumatized.
I'm probably not going to watch it, honestly, because I follow the Ken Burns, what I believe is a documentary, and it's not a documentary. She's too involved. Okay?
Yeah.
Mommy's too involved with her own piece.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to be objective with mommy and daddy.
Yeah, that would what is that a fake? That's a fake dog, right?
Fake dog. I don't know where she went. I gotta find her.
She's tormenting Cassie somewhere.
Hey, hold on. Oh,
is the big important Hulu meeting still? How long do big important Hulu meetings last?
Yeah.
Over under 5 minutes.
I don't know.
Oh, I was gonna say it's probably like an hour-long meeting that could have been a 2-line email. Rogue.
Now, oh shit, I can't see it. Hey.
There she is.
Is that where you stay 12 hours a day? That seems like the most comfortable spot in the house.
No, this is just where we sleep.
Okay.
Like the office is my go-to in the living room with the giant ass TV.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a projector. That was Mike's like ode to his childhood self, was he bought a projector for the new apartment. So we have a 110-inch screen and a projector now. It's awesome. At first I was like, this is overkill. And then I was like, this is actually fucking awesome.
So I thought about FaceTiming Brenton just to see his dog.
I get that.
She fucking she cries. She only cries for 2 people. She cries for Cassie's mom, and she cries for Lucas when she sees him.
Aww.
Probably gonna lose it when she finally gets to see you again.
Yeah, she doesn't like hats and she hates bicycles. Interesting dog. Hey, Brent, I have a couple more stupid bets to make.
Okay.
So
By the way, one of these bets, if you don't want to do it for money, I thought it would be fun because I need a haircut. So if I lose a bet, if we have anything coming up that you guys can think of that I'll lose, I'll have Cassie cut my hair, and she has no experience, by the way, cutting hair, but I'll have her cut the hair during an episode.
Okay.
I love that.
All right, we'll film it. If anybody listening knows any good ideas, please message us.
It's something you can beat me at.
That sounds like good Patreon content.
Yeah.
Haircuts for everyone.
He goes, do you want me to cut your hair? And I go, I don't know. And she goes, yeah, I don't know either. So.
Yeah, I offered to cut Mike's hair the other day, and he was like, no, I think I'm good just letting it grow.
Yeah, I got a mullet going.
Yep.
I thought about flying to Iowa just to get a haircut from my mom.
Honestly,
and I
get it.
Yeah, I bet if I paid for a $300 round trip ticket to Iowa, it's still less than Josh Martin pays.
Yeah.
For
his haircut in LA. Oh yeah, he's an idiot.
He is our one friend who is a hustler and is always making money, but he spends it on the stupidest shit. Like if there's a thing that people can collect, like, you have the people that are into shoes, you have people that are into records, you have people that are into wine or whatever. He fucking just becomes the most of that thing for like a month and blows all of his money on it and then moves on to the next thing.
Wow.
So his
Impressive.
apartment probably looks like somewhere between a teenage Pee Wee Herman version of just like all this weird shit in different piles.
That's kind of funny.
He is so rich and so poor at the same time. It's
rich
ridiculous.
and stuff, pouring cash.
His wallet is like, what is it, a $900 wallet, and he has no money in it?
He has a lot of fads in his closet. He put it like together one of those 1,000-piece Lego Millennium Falcons.
Oh, wow.
And
I mean, that sounds like a good quarantine activity.
No, here's the sad thing. He did it 3 months before quarantine.
Oh, okay.
And it was missing a piece. So when it's missing a piece, he had to write Lego requesting one specific piece to his Millennium Falcon. And he's such a loser. He took the time to do it.
I mean, A for dedication. That's more dedicated than I am to most things.
He's a good guy, though. But
no, I'm not.
Josh, save your money.
Save your money, Josh. Well, now he's getting into camera gear, so we talked about that.
That's not. He's a filmmaker. He's asking Lucas and buying all this stuff.
I tell him he can borrow anything whenever he needs.
I mean, it's never a bad thing to have a friend with a bunch of equipment.
No. It's like Bill Burr says, you don't want to be the guy that owns the boat. You want to be the guy who knows the guy who owns the boat.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
All right. Here's some stupid odds. I'm going to put some money down.
Okay.
All right. The favorite to win 2020 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. Can you guess him?
Probably not Burrow.
Emma, can you guess too?
I don't even know who the rookies are. I don't even
Listen,
know
you beat me twice in
are.
fantasy football this year. You can guess.
Touche.
Just say a name.
Yeah.
Just say like Jones. You got a pretty good shot of being right.
Yeah, all right.
And
Jones. I'll say Jones. I like that. Or Smith. Let's go with Smith.
Shouldn't I just say Joe Burrow? You get it right.
Joe
Burrow. Yeah. Because Brenton said it wouldn't be Burrow, so.
I don't think it'll be Joe Burrow. Just because I think he's talented. I think he's going to be a good quarterback, but Bengals are just a dumpster fire. So you're not going to win if you're 2-14 and have 3 interceptions a game because people don't know how to run routes and you don't get any blocking.
Okay.
He'll be a very good quarterback. If the Bengals can build around him, he's a good guy to start.
AJ Green's back. They're making moves.
Yeah.
They had to kind of appease him before they drafted him.
Yeah.
All right.
Is this Hart even there? He doesn't want to be there anymore.
Who? AJ?
Yeah.
He'll be a free agent after this year, though, so he's playing for a contract.
That's true, but
he'll do well. If he plays, I think.
I think he'll get a contract either way. It's just a matter of how much he'll get. And he knows that. He's fucking talented. Any GM knows that. He's top 5 if he's healthy.
All right, I'll list the top 3 and then tell me if you take one of them or the field, all right? So the second favorite, so Joe Burrow's plus 250, heavily favored. Second is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Can't even say it right. You know what I'm talking about?
No idea who that is.
The very last pick of the first round, the Chiefs running back out of LSU.
I don't think he has a shot because they have Damian Williams. And he kind of took over the job at the end of the year. So unless this guy – and they're not going to have a training camp really. So unless he just – if Williams is just completely out of shape and this guy comes in and is just lights up and maybe, but that's at most a timeshare. So I don't think he has a shot.
Okay. And he's tied at plus 800 with Tua.
And you know my thoughts on Tua, so I'm taking the field.
Okay. All right. Well, the rest of the field is mostly running backs, receivers. Judy is plus 1,300. CeeDee Lamb is plus 1,500.
Yeah, I think Rookie of the Year is going to probably be a defensive player.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Emma, who should I put all my unemployment on then?
You should invest in stocks, Lucas.
Yeah.
And Brenton, you told me, I'm going to talk with you later this week about.
I'll send you a list of companies that I like.
Okay.
And you can look at them and see what you think.
Okay. I also like Dollar General stock. That's never goes down. There's always.
Yeah, and I mean that the big difference that I'm learning is you have these big level, like, you know, your Microsofts and your Apples and market caps, like, you invest in them and they're steady and they're always going to make you money. But if you really want to make money, if you want to take the chance, then you got to go with the riskier lower cap and see what happens.
Yeah.
You can buy you can buy Walmart at like $250 a share, and you're going to end up making over the course of 20 years, maybe a few $1,000, $10,000, whatever, you know. But if you figure out the next Amazon and you buy it low, you're going to be a fucking millionaire.
Right. The trick is to diversify and buy all over the place.
Yes.
A little bit of everything. Because then if something tanks, you still got this thing over here to keep you floating.
Exactly. So you need pillars, but you know, take some shots.
Yeah.
What percentage, Emma, of your portfolio is risky?
I don't know. I'd have to look at it. I've actually been talking about this, making me realize it's been a minute since I looked at all my shit. But the thing is like, we're young, so you can take risks on investments and lose money because you have the time to make it back, as opposed to people who are like 65 years old, want to be very conservative in their investments. Whereas like, we can stand to lose some cash right now because we have time to make it back.
Yeah.
No, I invested in an IRA about 8 years ago, and I looked at it. I only look at it like every few months, and it actually made money even during Corona. So if you start soon enough,
that's the smart way to do it. Like a Roth IRA, just throw a little bit of cash in there, like once a year or something, and just like, even if it's like $100.
But I can't take it out till I'm 65, Emma, and by then I'll have lost all my mojo. What am I going to spend it on? Depends.
Maybe, but you know,
are we even going to be alive when we're 65?
I don't know. It's a good question. It's wasted money.
If this pandemic keeps going, I'm going to liquidate all my shit, and I'm going to buy like, I don't know, I'm just going on vacation. I'm just going to like go find a villa on a beach somewhere, like a cottage, a shack, and I'm just going to sit there with my money.
No, the plan is, if this continues, just to liquidate all the money, buy a boat and a bunch of Alex Jones's survival food, and just float around till we die.
Yep.
This food stays good for 30 years and delicious for 10.
Yeah, there you go.
By the time
I'm gonna liquidate all my stuff, and I'm gonna just spend it all on weed, and I'm gonna get on the boat. No food, just weed.
That's good investing. No, let's each take a shot at when we think. What should we guess? When a comedy club opens? When
I feel like it's gonna be so long before comedy clubs open again.
I can tell you they're gonna open probably mid to late summer, but it's just gonna be at half capacity.
Oh, right, like more space.
Yeah, so you're not gonna see full capacity, fully functioning clubs, and that includes music venues, movie theaters, whatever, until probably this time next year. And that's if there's a vaccine.
And that's if there isn't a second round of COVID, which there probably will be.
Yeah, it's going to mutate in the fall, and it's just going to start over again. So we have to have a vaccine. We have to have some kind of shot. And then, you know, you got to have a shot that people trust. So you're going to have the guinea pigs that go through it, and then they prove like, oh, look, it didn't kill them. It didn't, you know, it's not going to ruin 2 generations from now. They're going to be born without toes.
Interesting.
You know, because there's going to be a lot of people that are like, I'm not taking your flu shot. I see those memes. There's the conspiracy theorists. They're not going to get vaccinated. And then, you know, the rest of us that are like, well, is this safe? Have you tested it on anything? But I guess I saw on Twitter it was tested yesterday. They just started on humans.
That's insane.
So,
I mean, usually it takes like 10 years to get a vaccine approved. So that's like insane speed.
Yeah. But I say that midsummer, you can go see a comedy show with a handful of people, but it's definitely not going to be a full room. And then by mid next year, we'll probably, if everything stays on track, we'll probably be completely back to normal. And then this just becomes a thing like the Spanish flu that people will talk about 50 years from now and 100 years from now and say, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then something else will happen. So
it's the circle of life.
Yeah, my guess is late July.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
My old roommate works for Facebook. They're not opening their offices right now until the beginning of July, and probably not until 2021.
Yeah, I'm wondering when ATC is going to bring us back.
I mean, they're shooting there today, so.
But
very controlled small crew.
Yeah, I work up in the office. I'm wondering if that's going to be a thing where.
I mean, you don't need to be there, right?
I don't need to be there. So
I think that's the thing. A lot of places are realizing how much they don't need their staff, in an office. And I think a lot of places are not going to go. They're just going to stay remote. They're going to realize that this is more cost effective. They don't have to pay for an office space or electricity or internet. You can just.
Yeah. I mean, is it wrong that happens? I like working from home.
I've always worked from home. This is not that abnormal to me. I've worked from home for a long time, so I'm okay with it.
It's fucking great. I got my bear here.
That's the dog's bear, right? That's not your bear.
No, that's my bear.
That's your bear?
And I chewed the feet off of.
Does your dog fight you for it?
Yeah.
You do the tug of war?
This is proof that it's the dog's bear. He's playing with the dog now.
I love it. When Steve's not on the podcast, Rogue is perfectly quiet.
Yeah.
Doesn't like Steve. She feels my energy when Steve's on camera yelling at me. She feels my energy and how he makes me feel, and she gets pissed off.
I think, yeah. I see it. She just barks back at him.
Exactly. But I feel
she
good.
Gets it.
Feel good.
That said,
I know I'm very fortunate, and there's probably a lot of people that are not in a good place right now, but I encourage you just to find something to distract you and try to be productive. If there's something you're doing that makes you a worse person, before you do it, just tell yourself, oh, I'm going to try to do something productive, and then just do it and stick to it. And we'll all come out of this.
Do you want me to cut that together with some Rocky theme music and
yes.
Release as a YouTube motivational video?
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm the next Shia LaBeouf.
Hell yeah! Motivational speaking with Brenton Biddlecombe.
Fucking do it. Win $1 million and then coast.
How to be successful? Win $1 million.
I mean, real quick. Do you think Instacart is a company I should invest in? Do you think mobile?
I say look at the management and if it's a company where the employees, the people who do the real work, have gone on strike or fought against the parents of the company, I wouldn't invest in that.
They've gone on strike at least 4 or 5 times since this started.
Yeah, the big people with them says a lot about the way the company's run and managed, and that they don't actually care about their employees. And I'm not sure that's something you want to invest in. That
and I had the 3-day nightmare of trying to get someone on the phone just for one order to get it corrected.
Yeah.
Right.
So the customer service is overwhelmed and terrible right now. So maybe they're not the company. That is going to be a thing that's going to become bigger and bigger. And I think at some point a lot of people won't grocery shop ever.
Right.
But maybe there's another company that steps up and that's the one you go with, and they become the bigger.
So invest in Amazon.
I mean,
Amazon stock's probably very expensive right now.
But I think it's probably worth it still. It's like $2,000.
It's about $2,400, and it's another company where it's going to give you very stable returns over long term. But
Facebook is like that too. Facebook stock is very consistent.
You're past the point where you're going to get the big payday from them. But if you have the money to invest significantly in those companies, you are going to just, you're going to make money over time.
Yeah.
But Instacart, I would avoid. I don't have any Instacart.
You know what I believe is that you should invest in yourself.
Yeah, that's right, Lucas.
And that's the theme of the show today.
This is motivational talks on What's the Odds.
Yes.
Invest in yourself. Be productive. Win $1 million. Woo!
All right, we hit the hour.
All right. Well,
Steve not coming on?
I don't think Steve's joining us. He's going through some family stuff. If you guys want to reach out and send him some love, his father passed and he's in New York with his family right now. But he wants to thank everybody that did reach out already, and he sends his love, and hopefully he'll be able to join us next week. But we love you guys.
Much love to Steve.
Love you, Steve. Stay safe, everybody, and we will see you very soon.
All right.
Bye.
You bet.